How are you?
Yeah, good fan. I'm just a shitty community.
Oh, mate. Fuck, when I first started doing this, I had no idea what the fuck I was
Yeah,
doing. No idea.
2 seconds ago.
Yeah. And you're like number 70 that I've done so far. And I'm still fucking, I have trouble sometimes. Uh,
Thanks for having us, man.
oh, no, thank you. I suppose the generic question is where'd the name come from?
So the name's it's a pretty odd name. We copped a bit of grief about it, to be honest. Um, I work in the maritime industry down here in Melbourne.
Yep,
I quite often see whales and dolphins and things kicking around.
yep,
So it was just like a stupid name, you know what I mean?
yeah,
It was just fucking silly.
yeah,
Um, our first gig, we had someone come up and go, "What do you call yourselves, Blowhole, man? It's fucking gay or whatever."
mm,
And I'm like, "Fucking, whales and dolphins have blowholes,
yeah,
man." So,
yeah,
if blowhole is a gay thing to you, maybe that's something about you, not me.
yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. We've actually, because I live near the beach, like 2 minute walk, and if you go about 10 beaches south, there's actually a blowhole. It's
Yeah,
called the blowhole.
yeah. So,
The kids get in between the rocks, and it sucks them underneath the rock and then pushes them out.
yeah.
Yeah,
So all that stuff, man. It's just a nautical kind of thing.
yeah,
Just a
yeah,
joke, just a joke, really.
yeah, yeah, definitely. Um, so how did you guys meet? Like, how long you been together?
So the,
Because I couldn't find any information about you.
yeah, so the band in its current form's been together about 3 years now.
Mm-hmm.
So it kind of goes back to the late 90s, early 2000s. There was a venue here in Melbourne called the Art House, really famous kind of punk rock venue, where you could get a gig. You could have a rehearsal, your first ever rehearsal today and play tomorrow type thing. They were really good. They were a family run pub, really awesome. And my band's back in the late 90s, early 2000s, and our bass player Red's bands were around in the same kind of scene. We weren't really mates or anything, but we knew each other.
Yeah.
So yeah, we all started in the art house scene. Really famous pub down here for punk rock.
And
Um,
they look after their acts.
yeah,
Like the venue's really good.
we kind of do it yourself venue. It was
Yeah.
amazing.
See, have you heard of places charging bands to play now?
Oh no, I've never experienced that, but I did come up in one occasion against a venue saying, "Oh, we haven't met our costs for the night, so we're not paying anyone." You know what I mean? So like, but we bought, we
Uh,
bought probably we had 4 bands on, and each band had at least 3 members, and everybody was drinking.
yeah,
And, between the 3 or 4 bands, we probably bought an extra 75 or 80 people.
yeah,
That's money, through the door and over the bar.
yeah,
I found that a little bit fucking crazy.
yeah,
What can you do? We don't really do it for money, man. We're not, we're just
yeah,
have
yeah.
a drink
Are
beer.
you in the scene? You'd be fucked if you're doing it for money.
100%, man. 100%.
Yeah. A friend of mine's band, he was stoked, but it was a joke. But he made $1.80 from Spotify last week.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'd love to make $1.80.
Yeah,
Back in the day, we a lot of the venues were just door deals.
yeah, yeah.
More than once in my band back in the day, certainly, our roadie, drank our share of the door,
Yeah.
half a dozen beers, you know what I mean? So, it is what it is. You just do what you do.
So how long have you been in the scene for?
Uh, you know, like I say, I used to play back in the like mid late 90s,
Yeah.
into the 2000s, and then I actually went away for 10 years up to Newcastle,
Okay.
and we had a son and stuff.
Yep.
And then came back to Melbourne and, you know, like I said, Blowhole's been going for pretty much 3 years now. So I had a fairly long time off.
Yeah.
I managed to have a heart attack and heart surgeries and stuff.
Yeah.
And I couldn't work or anything, so I started writing songs again in my lounge room. And you know, my missus Michelle said, you know, you should play these songs. They're good songs.
Yeah.
That kind of got the ball rolling again. And you know, a few years later, here we are.
Hey. So COVID didn't fuck you around. You were just after COVID, yeah?
No, COVID did fuck us around.
Okay, yep.
So we started recording our first album
Oh, fuck.
right before COVID. And yeah, that put an end to that.
Yeah.
And because both myself and Red, our bass player, you know, we both live regional Victoria.
Yeah.
There was a while there where you couldn't actually drive down into Melbourne.
Wow.
Yeah, so that there was like a ring of steel around Melbourne that you couldn't get through.
I remember that.
So that kind of
Yeah.
put on a bit of a temporary hold, but you know, that's all good. We're back again.
Yeah. 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 What's your favorite genre of music?
My favorite genre of music,
Yeah.
man. I don't know, you know, like I love just straight out punk rock, you know.
Yeah.
I like all the different genres of punk rock. I love Oi and speed punk and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Like I'm a massive Ramones fan,
Yeah. Yeah.
but I'm also like a massive like psychobilly fan.
Okay.
You know, I love the double bass and you
Yeah.
know, Billy
Yeah.
hardcore rockabilly and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you know, we've had reviews where people have said, you know, these guys are a bit social distortion, a bit,
Wow.
you know, a little bit straight cats, you know, because
Wow.
the psychobilly thing's a big influence on me, man. I love that
Yeah.
stuff.
You got to be stoked with getting feedback like that.
Oh hell yeah, man! It was a review. It was on
Oh, excellent.
yeah, it was pretty cool actually.
Yeah. Yeah.
We
So,
don't, none of our songs are political, man. They're all about, you know, drinking beer, having a good time, you know. So
hey, yeah.
yeah, so we kind of aim for like the 9 pound hammer type, you know, crossed with Jason and the Scorchers, crossed with
Yeah.
this beer or something, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, we're just like old school rock and rolls.
Mm, mm. So how many people in the band is there?
So there's 3 of us.
So guitar, bass, and drums.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
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 I write the majority of the songs
Yep.
at home, and then I take them into the rehearsal studio. And our bass player Red used to play in a band called Charter 77. I don't know if you've ever heard of it.
No.
Monster band, monster. Album Our Reality is on Bandcamp.
Okay.
Really worth the time, man, to check that out.
Yep.
And even though I play guitar, I sing. I don't really play solos, man. I come from the Ramones school of not playing solos.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So Red, our bass player, kind of fills that in because he's a monster bass player, man, and he won't just play the root notes. He'll find a way to make interesting stuff happen.
Yeah.
So you know he does that, and it kind of alleviates me from having to play solos because I hate playing solos.
Yeah. Yeah.
And our drummer Sean, we've actually gone through a few drummers in our very short history. Sean was a friend of Red's from another band.
Yep.
Funny story that my bass player Red, or our bass player Red's been in a few bands, and each time their drummer has quit, our new drummer Sean has joined. So it's like they're just following each other into new bands. And so Sean ended up with us. He used to play in a band called Rogues here in Melbourne.
Yeah.
Wonderful, awesome band. So we're all pretty happy to
Yeah.
to be doing it.
Yeah. Fucking oath. Definitely. Definitely. Is there a genre you just can't deal with?
Sure there is.
Mm.
I guess jazz is fucking, fuck for me, man. I don't,
Yeah.
I don't know, man. We kind of like it all. We'll go from like,
Yeah.
I personally love, the standards of Metallica and stuff, all the way down to rockabilly and stuff like that, man. Yeah, we dig it all. It's just what everybody brings to the band, you know.
What when you were a kid, what did your parents subject you to? What was on the stereo when you were a kid?
Oh man, so I got a fairly interesting story in that department.
Excellent.
So when I was a kid, both of my parents worked at a really famous live venue here in Melbourne called Bombay
Yep.
Rock.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, real famous, man. And we lived across the road above what was a bank at the time. We lived on the first story above what was the bank.
Yeah.
My bedroom actually, the window faced out to the front door of Bombay Rock.
Wow.
Bombay Rock back in those days had ACDC and
Yeah.
George Thorogood, the Angels, all.
Wow.
So I got to hear all them. I just used to open my window when they went to work.
Hey. Yeah.
Supposed to be asleep at 3 a.m. and I'm listening to the Angels and Rose Tattoo and stuff, you know.
Yeah.
And then invariably there'd be like a punch on out the front and, you know, or whatever. But yeah, that's what I listened to, what my folks were into. On top of that, all the usuals, you know, Beach Boys and Blondie and, you know, Johnny Cash and all that crazy stuff. Yeah, no, it was good. I can't fault them for that one.
Hey. Definitely. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, just skip what I was. Yeah. Have you had a gig that's been the most memorable? Like it sticks out of all the others, good or bad, I guess.
Yeah, we're in that kind of position where, because, you know, we've known each other for a while and Red and Sean Shorts more than myself,
Yeah.
know heaps of people in the same type thing, where we don't actually have to book our own gigs. Generally, we just get people ringing us up saying, "Oh, you know, we got a band short on this gig. Do you want to come and do it?"
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Okay.
So the last real like kind of massive one we had was not that long ago actually. There was a big gig at the Gasso for Dick Halen's birthday. I don't know if you know Dick from Kmart Warriors.
Yep.
And no idea earlier on.
Yeah.
We had actually had booked a afternoon show with Convict Class, who I know.
Okay. Yep. I've interviewed them.
I've seen your video of them, yeah.
Yeah.
And then, so we did this afternoon gig with Convict Class, and then another really good friend of the band, another band called The Clinch, were playing at this big party.
Yeah.
And they unfortunately had to pull out. Their drummer had hurt himself. And they called us up and said, "Oh, can you guys come and fill in for us?" So we did 2 gigs in the same night.
Ah,
And it was a monster. It was just a monster show, man. It was unbelievable. And yeah, it was just good vibes, good times.
yeah. Has Guttermouth been down there yet?
I think they're coming.
Yeah.
They're doing the Covered with Ants album, I think.
They did Musical Monkeys I saw them last week, and a lot of the songs they played was from
Oh,
Musical Monkeys. Yeah.
I was under the impression it was Covered with Ants, but you know, either would be good, even the
Yeah.
old.
There was a couple of songs I didn't recognize, but the majority were like Arsehole, 1, 2, 3 Slam, Whiskey a Go. Yeah.
Yeah,
And he was a smart ass like usual.
yeah. I've seen videos of Mark. I think it was down in Frankston getting in a punch on and stuff.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah.
From other times, but yeah, they seem.
He got into a fight with the security guards at Byron Bay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cheers.
And he said, "I apologize. We are your guests. I'm sorry." And yet, can't. He said he had to put it in.
Yeah.
He had to do a can't.
What's that album of? It's a compilation album from all their early stuff stuck together.
Oh,
Ripper. That is
yeah.
an absolute ripper.
Yeah, I know the one you're talking about. It was that was probably I said to Mark, I said fucking first time I ever saw you play was at the Playroom on the Gold Coast.
Yep.
And he said that was our first ever Australian gig ever.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he goes, "I can't believe you remember that." And I said, "And you had a shaved head." And he goes, "Fuck." I ended up having a beer with him the other night,
Yeah,
but
nice.
he's just Mark.
Yeah, that's good. Good to know.
Hmm. So anyway, Blowhole, not Guttermouth.
I wish.
Yeah, yeah. Um, you got kids?
I got one son, man. He
Yeah.
lives up in Newcastle. He's just about to turn 21, actually.
Oh, okay.
So he came down to live with Michelle and I, my partner and I.
Yeah.
She's got two sons of her own as well. So he did all of his early schooling up in Newcastle, and then he moved down to live with me for 10 years. But all of his mates and stuff are back up in Newcastle.
Yeah. Yeah.
So now he's up there. He actually left last Easter for 2 weeks just to have a holiday and go see his mates, and he hasn't come back. So he's obviously having a good time.
Is he musically inclined?
Yes and no. He's I know he's got a bunch of my guitars up there with him,
Mm.
but that's up to him whether
Yeah.
he is or not. Yeah.
Well, the way the question was when they were younger, when he was younger, would you let him listen to your music?
Yeah, man. We uh there's songs that I've written that start off as kind of questionable, you know.
Yeah.
Um, but I'm not here to, upset anyone or, embarrass anyone or whatever. So
Yeah.
by the time we've got to recording or rehearsing or whatever,
Yeah.
I've found a way of saying things, a nicer kind of way, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's no real examples, but absolutely I would. Yeah, there's no
Yeah.
drums. That, yeah.
Like thing is, like Blackie does all the writing for the hard-ons now, but like he doesn't. It's not all about degrading women anymore.
Yes, yeah.
And
Cash felt a certain way about him, didn't he?
yeah,
Yeah. Blackie's one of my favourite guitar players of all time.
oh, he's amazing. He's amazing. I saw him at Paddington Town Hall,
Yeah.
and it was fucking insane. Except at the beginning, he jumped, and the rest of the band didn't do shit. And yeah, straight away Ray broke a fucking string, first pluck of the night, and boom. So yeah, 5 minutes later. Hey, you've got the opportunity, right, to put together a 6-band gig,
Yeah.
alive or dead,
Yeah.
whatever genre. Who would those 6 bands be? Who would you? This is your bucket list gig.
6 isn't enough.
Yeah, I know.
Like
Yeah,
a 2-day
we
fest.
we can't do a festival.
Just off the top of my head, I'd have to say Blood Duster would be on it. I'm a Blood Duster fanboy.
Yeah.
Jason PC just mastered our album at Goat Sound.
Wow.
So it was almost too much for me.
Yeah.
Geez, I don't know, Blood Duster. The Ramones, fucking the Ramones, man. Jeez Louise. I saw him once live at the Big Day Out. I was lucky to see him that time. So that's 2. Man, Jesus, so many. 6. I think Dysphere, do you know Dysphere? Dysphere are, like a D-beat band.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. That's 3.
Yeah.
And I'd have to just go for Melbourne bands as well, man. The Clinch, I don't know if you've spoken to the Clinch. The Clinch are like my favourite Melbourne band at the moment. And probably like the
You probably should put yourself in.
I know, I'd just go and I'd probably have Zeke on there as well, man.
Yeah.
It's 9 Pound Hammer on one of those bands.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm not putting myself on there. I'm just gonna go and see 6 really good bands.
Okay. Yep. It's funny because a lot of people, when I ask that question, go Rolling Stone, like all fucking bands that they would have missed in their prime.
Right.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, well, you know, my six is still six bands that are still going, so there's
Yeah.
still hope, you know what I mean?
yeah,
But Seek just came through town and I didn't get a chance to go, so that's a bit of a bummer.
yeah.
But yeah, I'd love to see Disfear. I'd love to see Bloodduster reunite for a couple of gigs. That'd be amazing.
Yeah.
You know, we can throw us on as like the band out in the front bar. You know,
Yeah, 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 excellent. Have you got a favourite venue in Melbourne that you like playing at?
and it's just a bad scene in Melbourne at the moment. Venues are shutting down.
All right.
Probably my favourite venue, the Bendigo Hotel.
Yeah,
It's not in Bendigo, it's here in Collingwood.
yeah.
It is shutting down.
Wow.
We just lost the Whole Lot of Love bar, which was a tiny little bar, but an awesome like little fucking hole in the wall rock and roll pub.
Yeah,
Excuse me. We just lost that one. We're about to lose the Bendy. So so of the ones that are open now, you know, the Tote's always been cool.
yeah.
Mama Chen's in Footscray is a really awesome, like all-inclusive kind of place.
Okay, yeah.
Really good. You know, the days of playing at the SB, you know, are pretty much over. It's a corporate venue now, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
So a lot of the places left open for us to actually play at, you know, are starting to dwindle, unfortunately.
Yeah,
But there was a massive fundraiser to save the Tote, so you know.
yeah, yeah.
And the last chance rock and roll bar is
Yep, yeah.
cool. You know, if we could have another fundraising thing to save the Bendy, man, I'd put in some bucks for that as well, because that was
Okay.
a really, really good live pub, you know.
Yep, yep.
Hopefully something happens and we can.
You sure? Oh, cheers. Sorry, I was just getting a beer.
I like that one too.
Yeah, I'm talking to the waitress.
Oh, me too.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, it's sad how all these venues, you know, it's happened. It happened to Queensland, like,
Thank you. Yeah, it's nuts, man. And it's the Bendy's shutting down, I think, just because of insurance prices just going through the
yeah,
roof.
right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's the thing I love about the venues that we play at. You know, it's not that they need security or anything, because they're, you know, pretty fun, happy people generally.
yeah,
You know,
yeah,
it's not any real thing. It's just insurance.
yeah.
But anyway, so yeah, that, you know, the Tote's still cool.
Mm,
You know, last chance rock and roll bar at the City Square.
yeah. Michael from Forklift Assassins reckons the Last Chance is one of his favourite Melbourne venues.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it used to be called the Public Bar. It's across the road from the big market.
Okay.
It was one of those. It's been one of those places my whole adult life that was just a rock and roll club. You know, I saw Nancy Vandal there
Oh wow.
on New Year's Eve in like '95 or something. You know, it was one of the greatest shows I've ever seen.
Yeah,
I saw, you know, Powder Monkeys there. You know,
yeah.
but it's a great little venue, man, and it's open until 7 a.m. So you can, you know,
That's
you can
what
make.
you need. It's definitely what you need. Most of the venues in Wollongong shut by one at the latest.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, the last chance is good because you can go if you're going into town to see a bigger concert. You know,
yeah. You end up at the Last Chance.
and it's good also because both Red and I, the bass player in our band, we both live outside of Melbourne. I'm in regional Victoria, and so is he pretty much.
Yeah.
If you are heading into Melbourne, then it gives you somewhere to go. You know?
Aye. So you were saying before that sorry mate, what mate?
Can we make pizzas tonight, like actual make them?
Well, go get your mum to take you to Woolies and fucking buy all the ingredients.
I don't know what the ingredients.
you get the pizza
Go.
that's already cooked, and then you make your own pizza. Put whatever you want on it. Anyway, she's not going to take you to Woolies. I will tell her she's got to buy you pizza. Sorry, mate.
Ah, you're good, man.
Family. Mm. Yeah. You were saying before you got a new album out.
Yeah, we have been signed up Bandcamp and Spotify and stuff.
Excellent.
So these are songs that, for the most part, that we've been playing in our live set since we started.
Okay.
So just like get them recorded, get them out of the way, and move on to new stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We recorded it at Crosstown in Preston with Josh, who runs the place.
Okay.
It
Yeah.
was brilliant, man. It was really good.
I won't ask you any more about it because I reckon we should do a I also do album reviews.
Oh yeah, give it a listen, man. It'll be
Yeah.
interesting to hear what you think.
Yeah.
Like I said, these are all kind of older songs that we just had to get out of the way, you know.
Yeah.
So
When I do my album reviews, I do it like this. I actually talk.
oh, that's sweet. That'd be
Yeah.
awesome.
So we'll organise one of them.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Yeah, just give it a listen, man. Like I said, they're all kind of older songs.
Yep.
But we needed to get them recorded and out so we can start bringing in the new ones. So I
Yeah.
don't know if you've seen any of our live stuff on YouTube or whatever, but
No.
there's a bunch of stuff on YouTube of live gigs and stuff. And if you were to click on them, you'd hear most of these songs in that.
Okay. Yeah.
There's a couple of songs on the album that we don't do live,
Yep.
just because I like to have content. Like I like to have songs on albums that are new to people. You come and see us live every time. If you
Yeah.
just get an album with the set list, it's a bit boring, you know.
Hey.
So
Yeah.
there's a couple of songs on there that people won't have heard, even if they've came and seen us live a bunch of times.
Do you pull much of a crowd?
We've got our own kind of little crew.
Fan base. Yeah.
Yeah. It helps that we play with like-minded bands that we pull our bit of a crew and they pull theirs, and
Yeah.
we'll have a good time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're no fucking Metallica or anything, but we go all right. Yeah.
Yeah. It's funny, we're in Wollongong. I no shit, I've done like 4 interviews, and in every one of those 4 interviews, there's this one guy. He's like in about 20 bands. But
The local guy.
yeah, I'm going, I've seen you. And he goes, yeah, you've seen me. And I went, Anthony Hunt. Yes. He's in Porn Logic. Combi Killers. I don't know if you heard of him. Yeah.
They go to England. So.
Yeah. Yeah, it was Owen Guns.
Oh, yep.
Yeah.
There's me buddy down here.
Oh, hello. Don't. Yeah.
That's Jetty, the American Bulldog.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, we have, we pull our, we do our fair share pulling people. Yeah, and like I said, we've never booked a gig on our own, so we're always only there helping fill out lineups and stuff. So
Yep.
good time.
Yep. Ah, shit. Dude, have you got much of the future like fucking chalked out or anything? Or you just
Not really, man. We just play as it comes, We
yeah.
Once again, our bass player Red is in the CFA, so down where he lives, which is down towards Gippsland out in the bush. So summer's a pretty bad time for him, it kind of slows us down.
Yeah, Joe. Yeah.
So once we get past, we're into autumn now, we'll pick things up again. We've had a pretty quiet Christmas since Christmas.
Yeah.
But then we're not like that, man. You know, we don't need to play every weekend or anything. We're happy just to,
Yeah,
once or twice, get it done,
yeah.
have a good
Yeah.
time.
Is there, because in Melbourne, is there bands that like you play with a lot?
Yeah, man. Camel and the boys,
Probably not.
Camel and Bucky and the boys in Why Not, we play
Mhm.
quite a bit. They actually book us a few shows.
Yeah, they were funny fuckers, man.
The grass dudes, man, they're all awesome.
Yeah,
The Clinch, we play with the Clinch a lot.
yeah. Okay. Yeah,
You really should check out, man. You can get a chance.
yeah, well.
Street boy kind of stuff.
Mm.
Resolver is another band. The Dive-Bombs are awesome. We play with anyone who asks, really, man.
Yeah, yeah,
But there's always someone to play with,
yeah,
We're starting to move into now. We never really booked shows because we didn't have anything to promote. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Now we've got this album out. We're starting to ramp things up, and
Yeah.
we'll start. My partner Michelle basically books shows and stuff. He's moving into that area, so we'll start booking our own shows and getting bands on board.
Well, my daughter, fucking hell, one of them. I don't know where that just came from, then. It's-
I wasn't listening.
yeah, it was just oh god. Yeah. So yeah, so you just brought a new album out, and you got more material for another one coming up, or
Yeah, we have, man. We got heaps of material. Yeah.
Yeah.
This like I was saying before, we got rid of all the songs. We got through all the songs that we been doing forever.
yeah,
And it's kind of funny, man, because like I was saying before, I bring the basic bones of the song to the rehearsal, and then the boys each do their own thing.
yeah,
And so we've got the bones of another half a dozen songs.
yeah,
Whether or not we just bang out an EP quickly or
yeah,
go in and record another whole album,
yeah,
I'm not really sure. But yeah, we're on track. We're going good.
yeah, yeah. I'm just trying to Drucifer. Is that you? Is it Drucifer?
My name's Drew, man.
Oh, okay.
And so back in the days, get stupid nicknames, man.
Yeah, yeah. I was Sid.
Yeah, the boys
Yeah.
Jerusalem. So
Yeah, no, that's mad.
fortunately, when I set up my email address when I was 21 or something,
Uh,
I put it as Jerusalem, and I'm forever known as that now. So I
yeah,
can't.
nah. It's actually a good name.
Yeah, it's pretty silly, but anyway.
Yeah,
It makes it hard when you're trying to do something official at work or whatever, and you're telling people, they say, "Oh, what's your email?" And you go, "Oh, I have to spell it for you, man." 'Cause it's
oh, it's funny. Touring wise, you looking getting out of Melbourne and doing a bit?
man, absolutely. So we're going to be up in. I'm going to be up in Newcastle anyway in July.
Yep.
Excuse me. So we're going to try and get a few gigs, on the way up.
Oh, for sure.
We just.
I can get you a Wollongong gig straight away.
Oh, really? That'd be awesome.
Yeah, definitely. And probably Sydney and Newcastle too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we've got a few contacts up in Newcastle.
Do you like I Hate People?
What's that?
Do you like I Hate People? The punk band from Newcastle?
Oh man, I haven't heard it. I thought you
Oh.
were about a what's the name of that band? What's the name of
Nowhere League.
it? Well, yeah.
Yeah.
No, man. Like I say, I lived in Newcastle, but that was
Yeah.
a while ago. So,
Yeah.
but I do still have contacts and stuff up there that can help.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I
Yeah.
love Newcastle, man. I know, other than the lack of working prospects, I'd move up there again in a flash.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if there's a gig to be had in Wollongong, man, we'd fucking go for that. Don't worry about that. Have a listen to the album and see, what you reckon.
No, fuck I put on a lot of fucking Wollongong gigs.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Good
Well,
venue too.
Keep us in mind, man. We'd love to,
Yeah, definitely.
love to do one on the
Definitely.
road. Absolutely.
It's a pity that we're only just speaking now, but because I just got put together a tour. I don't know if you heard Deadway.
No, not off the top of my head.
Well, it's Deadway, Forklift Assassins, and Shawnee's Angels.
Oh, we know Forklift Assassins down here,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, they're the touring band, but I've got a couple of bands in Melbourne, local bands.
Yeah,
They're going to start the show, and same with Wollongong, a couple of local bands.
yeah, nice, man.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, well, have a listen to the album, man. See, you know,
yeah, sure.
yeah, yeah, give the album a listen, man. And if you come up with anything you think would be suitable, we'd love to have it, mate.
Yeah.
You know, I play like great big hollow body Gretsch guitars.
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so we're not. A lot of people think that before they hear us, they're like, you know, what is it, jazz guy playing thrash metal on a jazz guitar, but you know,
Yeah.
we're pretty fast, man. You know, we don't fuck around here.
Hey, yeah, yeah. No, I will. I'll give it a good listen to.
Yeah, and there's a bunch of clips on YouTube, man.
Yeah.
A couple of those, you'll get more of a live kind of idea. Yeah, yeah.
Is your wife musically inclined?
Not really, but she wants to start booking the gigs for us and stuff now.
So she's supportive for you?
Oh, absolutely, man. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. So now that we've got the album out, you know, we want to start booking our own gigs.
Yeah.
So that's going to be her department, man. You know, getting merch done and doing the business. You know, every gig we play, people come up and go, "Oh, have you got t-shirts?" And we just haven't done that, man, because we're too slack.
Yeah.
So now it's time to, you know, especially if we start playing interstate, time to, you know, start doing that shit.
Was yeah. If you it doesn't matter. What would be your favorite state to play in, like, and not like inebriated or pissed?
Oh man, you know, thank you. I've played in most of them in one version of a band or whatever,
Yeah,
and I've toured as a tech for other bands. You know,
yeah.
you know, New South Wales. You know, I have amazing memories of staying at the Lansdowne
Oh, fuck yeah.
and you know,
Yeah,
and just going to all the vintage guitar stores around there and stuff with other
Yeah.
bands. I just had,
yeah. That's the thing with Sydney is we end up arguing, oh, which venue we gonna go to? I
Yeah.
want to see that. I haven't seen them for a while.
Yeah.
But then, oh, these guys are playing here, and like, fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We stayed in back many years ago. I was a tech for a bigger band. We stayed at the Lansdowne,
yeah,
and then we went and me and the guitar player went up to Jackson's Red Guitars.
yeah.
You know, Mark Evans from ACDC was working behind the counter.
Wow.
You
Well,
know,
that was the singer, wasn't it? The first singer?
the bass player of ACDC, first bass player.
First bass player, yeah.
Yeah.
Wasn't his brothers, didn't his brothers sing for him or something?
Dave Evans, another bloke, but not
That's a
related.
total different, yeah.
We went up to this place. It was Jackson's Red Guitars that had bars on all the windows, and you had to knock, and they'd come and let you in, and they'd lock the door. You know,
Yeah.
and yeah, walked in, and there's Dave Evans. Now you got me saying it. Mark Evans, you know, working behind the fucking jump man. It was awesome.
Yeah.
Helpful.
Yeah, man.
Queensland, I quite like the Ori. Is that still going? The Ori,
I
Oriental.
don't know.
Yeah, that was pretty rock and roll. Huh?
I lived 5 minutes from the playroom when I lived up there.
It was
My-
up. What's it?
I got a Besser brick when they pulled it down.
Oh,
Like,
yeah, right.
yeah.
And I kind of like, back when we used to go to Adelaide, we used to play at Vinnie's
yeah,
and the Tip and all those joints.
yeah.
It was all there. Yeah, I haven't been to Western Australia or the Northern Territory or whatever.
Yeah, either have I. I don't think that's a bad thing either. I'd like to see the place, but
Northern
is
Territory.
there much of a fucking place?
Yeah.
I know you can't buy alcohol after 4 o'clock in the afternoon in a lot of the places.
Just got to stock up. Bro.
Yeah, yeah. And you're not allowed to buy alcohol if you're Indigenous.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a bit of a.
that sucks. So they end up drinking 4 or 5 bottles of terps.
And then get in trouble.
Yeah, yeah. So what we asked about, have you ever been on, remember the Sex Pistols playing in Texas?
At a Longhorn.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever had a gig like that where like, oh my God, we shouldn't be here? Like, there's a bunch of rednecks just waiting to fucking jump on us when we get off the stage. Yeah.
Not so much in this band, man, but back in the day, I played in a band called the Coffin Fits.
The
The Coffin Fits,
that's it. I don't know why, but that sounds familiar.
and we used to rehearse at a really famous place in Melbourne called the Dane Centre. Big rehearsal.
Okay.
And anyway, the bloke that ran the Dane Centre is a horrible, horrible man. But back in those days, anyway, he came up to us and he said, "I've got this bloke out the front. He wants the loudest band here
Yeah.
to play."
Ah,
So, and it was big. It was paying like $800 for the night, which is
wow. Is he going to say no?
I did say no because we found out that it was at the Rebels Motorcycle Club.
Oh no, fuck that.
It was at their clubhouse.
Uh-huh.
So me and bass player back in the day said no, but the drummer and the singer both said yes.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, it's a lot of money, blah, blah. So they talked us around and we went out to this place, right?
Yeah.
And as I was unloading my gear, right, this man was about 6'8", this rebel bikey guy with his whole rig, you know.
Yeah.
And he goes, "Oh, you're gonna play some Hendrix tonight?" I was like, "No, man, we're not gonna play some Hendrix." And anyway, long story short, so we started playing one set, and they kept coming up to us saying, "Can you turn it down? Can you turn it down? Turn it down." So we did, and we did, and anyway, eventually, after the first set, this guy came up to us, and he said, "Look, it's not. There's been a mistake somewhere. It's not really our thing, you know, but." We promise you 800. We'll give you 200. Go to the bar, drink for free all night. It's yours, you know. Have a good night. And our singer at the time, who's like 4'3",
Yeah.
said, "No. We have a contract for $800 or whatever, right?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "Will you shut up, mate?"
Ah,
But this guy, this biker, he was a mountain of a man, right? He goes, no, let's all be fair here, you know. Just, here's $200 for the one set you did. Go to the bar. Have a feed. It's all free. Help yourself.
yeah.
And this singer of mine kept going. And in the end, this guy, this bike, he said to him, he goes, "Listen, mate, you can take the $200, go to the bar, have a great night." He goes, "Or I'll take you all out the back and fucking bury you in the back."
Yeah.
Oh, it was like taxi.
Yeah.
But with Blowhole, no, we haven't really had anything like that, man.
No controversy.
We had a drunk fan of ours one night pick up the foldback wedge and run around the room with it.
Yeah.
And when the security came to pull him up, our bass player, well, he's a friend of all of ours, but our bass player said to the security guy, "Look, he's got a hand injury, man. He's, and so they kicked our bass player out. So that was kind of, one of those times. But we haven't really had any, real hardcore, get out of here type vibes.
We haven't got, oh, it's starting to talk to someone else then. Yeah, so the the nearest future, where do you see Blowhole?
Oh man. So we'll work on we'll work on this next album.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, none of us take this too seriously, man. You know, I mean, we'll just take whatever opportunities arise.
yeah,
Next album, you know, we're coming into the time now where we're free and we'll start playing a bit more.
yeah,
And we'll try and get into state, man. Other than that, you know, we're not here. We don't want Guns N' Roses or anything, you know. We just, you know, we'll play when we can play, and when we can't, we won't. You know what I mean? It's
yeah,
all good for us, man. We don't, you know.
yeah,
There's no master plan. We're not here to take over the world.
yeah,
You know, we'll play the local gigs we can, and if we can get into state, we'll get into state, man. You know,
yeah.
our one kind of thing lately has been, you know, getting onto merch and getting this album done.
Yeah,
And that stuff's all done. The record label's paying for vinyl and stuff to get done. So
no,
we're just going to take it one step at a time, man. You know.
yeah. Have you seen the grants they're giving out now to musicians?
To play in the country or side or whatever.
They've got up to I think it's 250, no, 25 grand they give you to put out a single, and more to put out an album. It's like this thing that has been going on in Canada for so long. If you can prove you've got 5 gigs over in America, you'll get a grant
Yeah.
to go over, but you've got to have minimum 5 gigs.
Show books or whatever.
Yeah, yeah. Hey? Canada. That's where it happened, actually. Canada. It's been going on there for a while. And yeah, I'll send you the thing. I've been sending it to all my bandmates. But yeah, they're just giving the, I think it's $4.8 billion they've got in grants.
Nice, man.
Yeah.
We've kind of got the promise of 3 shows in Japan.
Wow, see?
Yeah, we just got to get our shit together.
Yeah.
So
Japan love their punk.
yeah, that's like, I don't even know if we're punk, man. We're kind of, that's been one of the things, man. We played a show with what's the name? Vicious Circle.
Oh yeah, man.
We played a show with Vicious Circle, and I've personally played in bands that have played with Vicious Circle since the 90s. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and Paul, the singer, said, "Well, you guys are fucking great, but I don't necessarily punk or whatever."
Hey.
And I said, "Well, I never claimed to be, but I'm
Yeah.
just a roll band, you know what I mean?"
Yeah.
We're really just a punk and roll band, man.
Yeah.
I'm expecting hardcore fucking, you know,
Yeah.
something. You're going to be disappointed, but
Yeah.
have elements of that kind of all, you know, all through it.
Mm.
And you know, if we can get to Japan and play some shows, you know, that's something to look forward to, you know.
Yeah, definitely. You can get that grant too, it'd be fucking mad. They pay for accommodation, transportation. Yeah.
Fuck yeah, yeah. Interv.
Well, we got a band from Canada over here.
Oh yeah? Okay.
And yeah, because I interviewed them. It was the first ever interview I ever did.
Thank you.
Went for 4.5 hours.
It was the first one we did.
Thanks, mate. 4.5 hours this interview went for. And
Sorry, man. The dogs were going nuts.
you're all right. Yeah, 4.5 hours the interview went, and they told me all about this grant that they had. So
Yeah, that'd be interesting, something to look into, man.
Yeah, man.
They went to Costa Rica and they.
Yeah, they in their grant they got to go to Costa Rica, and then they over here,
Fuck
and
yeah.
they actually got a. I don't know if you've ever heard of Kathleen Turner Overdrive.
Isn't that your theme music?
Yeah,
I've
they,
heard of it, but yeah, but that's.
they do the album review theme.
Oh, okay, sure.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, they took them over to Canada.
Fuck yeah, how good would that be?
Yeah,
And Costa Rica.
and Costa Rica. Yeah,
Hell yeah.
with the Canadian band, and I don't mind fucking bringing it up. We're a bunch of cunts. They ended up getting kicked off their own tour.
Yeah, well, yeah.
They ended up like they stayed with the Eddie. They stayed with the bands the touring bands. Chase Otis out in the fucking street. Because I'm doing an interview. I don't know. There's probably a hole in the fence again. Probably getting another dog pregnant. He got 2 dogs pregnant this month.
Having a good month.
He's a little pug,
Oh yeah.
but he's got a underbite. He's like his teeth are fucking so cute. Fucking mad.
Both of our dogs are over 50 kilos. But you gotta have them where we live, man.
Yeah.
It comes past the front, they go fucking nuts, man. So
Does he push you off the bed?
they do actually.
Yeah.
2 of them.
Oh, you got 2 of them.
So one's an American Bulldog and the other one's a Mastiff crossed with a Great Dane.
Wow. Fuck.
But they're good dogs, man. They're wonderful dogs and they protect our house and
Yep.
nobody's jumping over our fences, I can tell you.
Ah, yeah, that's it. Was there when you first started off in the music scene, were you given any good advice? Was there someone nice enough to
No,
no?
no, just I don't, yeah, none that I can.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But have you got advice to bands that are starting off now, like young bands? Have you got any advice for them?
I wouldn't be presumptive to give anyone advice on anything, you know what I mean? I don't know, man, if you want to do it, then
Yeah.
you know, the only thing I would say is, you know, buy decent gear.
Yeah,
Equipment, you know what I mean?
yeah,
Have a crack.
yeah,
What can go wrong, you know?
yeah,
So just buy a decent amp and a decent guitar or whatever you're, you know, and have a go at it. I don't know, man.
yeah, yeah.
You're gonna have fun if nothing else.
Yeah, well, that's the thing is like if you take yourself too seriously, you know you're going to be a disappointment. You're going to be disappointed.
Yeah,
If you're getting into the music scene, like not fucking being found by Dr. Dre or something, you know what I mean? If you're a new band trying to get in the music scene, if you take yourself too seriously, you're gonna crash and burn. You know what I mean?
but you can't go into this thinking you're gonna be fucking a rock star, man.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just, you know, I played a gig back in the fucking 90s or something. And one of the support bands was this like new metal kind of, you know,
Yeah.
kind of I don't know, Limp Bizkit-y, I guess.
All right. Wow.
After the show, the guitar player came up and said, "Oh, g'day, man, fuck, I really love your band," you know. They were supporting us for some reason, I don't know.
Oh wow. Yeah.
And I said, "Oh yeah, no, you guys were great too, man." You know, we started talking, and he turned out to be like John Farnham's son.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
like, well, you don't need my fucking advice, bro.
I,
You're pretty right for that kind of stuff. But
yeah,
I was like, good on you, man. You know, he's not trying to be his dad. He's
Yeah,
just
yeah.
doing what he wants to do.
hey. Do you reckon No Effects are doing a Johnny Farnham? Do you reckon in 4 years they're gonna go, oh,
Absolutely, I reckon.
yeah, fucking oath, hey?
4 years, man.
Yeah,
Play a show.
yeah,
Having said that, I'm a massive No Effects fan, so
yeah.
I'd like to.
Yeah. Did you go to their last tour?
No,
No.
it's
neither
really
did I.
hard. Like I said before, I don't live in Melbourne. I live out in the country.
Yeah,
So anytime we want to go, even if I want to play a show, like, in Melbourne, we've got to book a motel and,
yeah, yeah.
dogs looked after and stuff. So, on top of that, man, I'm just like, this is going to sound like shit thing to say, but I'm just over like big crowds, you know what I mean? And trying to get jostled for space and shit, you know what I mean? I'd much rather go to like a punk rock show, at the Last Chance or somewhere any day of the fucking week, you know? I'm just, I'm just
How long's the Last Chance been around for?
a grumpy old man. So the Last Chance, like I said before, was the public bar
Yeah,
back
yeah.
in the 90s. So it's been going for, 40 odd years. Yeah.
Wow.
So it's just a little hole in the wall bar.
Yeah.
But like I said, it's open till 7. I'm not here they're not sponsoring me to, but it's a good, and so it's just a good little rock and roll bar. But so as far as like massive gigs go, I would have loved to have gone and seen No Effects for their last tour or whatever. But I just can't stand being in that many people. You know what I mean? It's hard work.
Well,
Wollongong and
yeah.
be with fucking 100 people watching some rock and roll band. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. I remember like fucking growing up, like getting in, going to see bands and shit, and the next day is like, oh, did you have a good night? Did you watch the band? No, I was there. I can't remember shit.
People and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah,
The last kind of big show that we went to was Social Distortion and Bad Religion. You know,
yeah, yeah.
I'm a massive social. I got Scully right here. You know,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
but it was boring, man.
Wow.
Sunday night, and it was seated.
Yeah.
And I mean, I had the next day off anyway. But social, Bad Religion were great as
Yeah.
always, but there was no energy in the room. There was, it was like it was really disappointing. I saw Social Distortion 10 or 12 years ago at a festival here at the showgrounds, and it was like a religious experience.
Wow.
You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
this time around, it was just like, this is why I don't go to big gigs anymore. I'd
Yeah.
rather just go and see the Clinch, or one of the local bands in a local venue and have a good night. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anyway,
Definitely. Yeah, well, he's working on a new album. Fucking, to the last 5 minutes, you're your own critic. Give us a review about Blowhole.
all right, I'll give it don't know if I can, but I'll give it a go. So, Blowhole are just a straight ahead rock and roll band. Punk and roll, if you will.
Yeah,
We got songs that cover all the genres,
yeah,
but not stuck in any of them.
yeah.
We like that, man. You know, well, I write a song, take it to rehearsal. It could get changed. It could get sped up a million times. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's so we had a review that said, these guys will do Rancid style punk one song and then like speed metal the fucking next.
Yeah.
Speed metal's not that easy to play on a hollow body guitar.
No, really.
But we're just a rock and roll band, man. We're not here to, take over the world or anything. If you
Yeah.
like the songs, you like the songs. If you don't like the songs, you don't like the songs.
That's it.
I don't really give a fuck either way,
Yeah, yeah. You're having fun. You're doing what you fucking enjoy.
Free beers,
Yeah,
I will say that our recorded output doesn't quite match the live kind of thing.
yeah.
But
In a good way or a bad way, do you think?
we're happy with the album. But I
Yeah,
don't think it has the energy of a live. There's plenty of stuff on YouTube you can see of us live.
yeah,
I'm happy with the album, but I still don't think it's quite. The next one will be, now we've done one. The next one will be even, more hardcore, if indeed hardcore is even a word to use.
yeah, yeah. So how many bands you been with in your career?
So I was in a couple of bands in the 90s. And then, like I said, I'm into the 2000s.
Yeah,
And then I was a roadie for a bunch of bands as well.
yeah.
Um, I'm not going to name drop. Anyway, but yeah, this is the part of representing ourselves that I'm uncomfortable with. So I don't want to start name dropping bands that
Yeah, yeah.
you know what I mean?
That's understandable.
Yeah. So our bass player Red is an amazing musician. He's played with heaps bigger bands.
Wow,
His band, even though we came up at the same time, his band fucking skyrocketed.
wow, yeah.
Compared
But
to,
he still plays with you.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then when I first put this band together, we're advertising for a bass player, and we got a couple of bites, but not really anything. And then, my Mrs. Michelle put out this ad on Facebook saying, I'll cook you a roast pork or something. Just come. I went up with Red, who coincidentally I knew back in the day. So
Yeah, man.
one big circle, and we got it done. And here we are today.
Yeah, yeah. Circle's still going.
We had after our first drummer was my younger brother,
Okay. Yeah.
but he lives. I mean, I live 70 k's out of Melbourne. He lives the other way, 600 kilometres out of Melbourne.
Oh, wow.
Which made he lives down in Portland, which made rehearsing, pretty hard.
Yeah.
And then we got so he graciously bowed out,
Mm.
and then we ended up with do you remember a band called Bean Flipper?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
So I ended up with Matty Harrett, the drummer from Bean Flipper,
yeah.
coming to help us out. And so
Wow.
he played with us for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And probably wasn't really his thing either.
Yeah.
And so now we have Sean from Rogues, but Matty Harrod did our artwork for the album. So
Okay. Yeah.
on Spotify or whatever, you'll see some pretty cool artwork of a Kraken driving a tractor.
Yeah.
Give it a try and see how you go.
Well, definitely.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah. So you were saying before you don't have shirts, yeah?
Well, we're at the point we kind of felt like if we didn't have an album, what's the point of doing all this stuff?
Yeah.
Now that the album's out, people are starting to listen to it. Now's the time that we're going to start moving forward and starting to promote ourselves a little bit.
Yeah.
My partner Michelle, that's her job. She's getting onto all that stuff, and it's kind of a little bit. I don't know what the word is, but we never expected it to get to this.
Yeah. Yeah.
We were just like, oh yeah, somebody. We just had this band that we put together, and somebody said, oh, actually not somebody, Camel from Why Not, said, oh, I've got this bill happening up the road. Do you want to come and play? And we were like, we're not really a band, but all right, we'll give it a go. And then the snowball from there, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
And we've had people at gigs come up to us and say, "Oh, have you got a T-shirt or whatever?" And
Yeah.
it's kind of foreign to us. Like back in the day, you never had to have T-shirts or whatever, you know. But yeah, all that stuff's coming now, and album's out. We're happy with it.
Excellent.
We're just moving on now.
Yeah. Yeah. So we're definitely going to have to do an album review.
I would love you to do that, man. Good.
Yeah. So we'll work out what date's good for you.
Anytime that you're available, I'm available.
Yeah. On pretty much Sundays.
Yep.
I've got a family and Saturday is usually family day.
Yeah, just give me a call. Let me know.
What are you doing this afternoon?
Well, I'm talking to you.
Yeah, like about 3:00, 3:30.
Let's do it. Hey, listen, man. Look for there's a couple of blowholes on Spotify.
Yep.
But ours is the Kraken driving a tractor.
Okay. Yep.
Big octopus driving a tractor.
All right. Man. So Kraken, Kraken.
I know. So there's nothing written on it. It just says blowhole.
Yep.
But look for a big octopus driving a tractor.
Oh, okay. Yep. Yep.
Have a listen, man. See how you go.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Thank you so much for being on the show, man. It's been a pleasure.
No, thank you, man.
I'll send you a new invite.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, for the 3:31.
Yep.
And I've got
just as a caveat, man. Don't expect like full throttle, you know.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
It's kind of just rock and roll, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, no, that's fine.
15 to 20 minutes long anyway.
Yeah. They're only about half an hour at the max.
Yeah, it done, man.
Yeah.
I'm happy to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yep, no worries. All right, brother. I'll speak to you soon. Cheers for that. And when you get the shirts happening, send me your bank details. And because I like to get a shirt off every band I interview. So yeah.
Listen to the album. You may not want a shirt.
Yeah. I don't know. There's some bands here. Fucking.
Thanks, man.
All right, Drew. I'll speak to you later, and thank you for being on the show.
Take care.
Muchly appreciated.
See you. You sure is loud.